Labdien, saimnieki un saimnieces! Šodien būs pieredzes apmaiņa, un kas var būt labāks, ka pieredzē dalās arī lauksaimnieki, un lauksaimnieki stāsta savus stāstus, savus novērojumus par to, ko viņi dara un ko viņi ir ieraudzījuši, un kā to darīt pareizāk, un kā iespējams to darīt labāk, lai gūtu vēl labākus rezultātus savos sējumos un arī pēc tam savās labības klētīs. Mēs šodien viesojamies Ukros, saimniecībā TAND UKRI, un runāsim ar saimniecības vadītāju Kristianu Singelmanu, un runāsim gan par saimniecību, gan arī runāsim par to, kādu tehnoloģiju tieši izmanto šī saimniecība, lai padarītu savus rezultātus vēl labākus. Un mūsu saruna būs divās valodās. Sākotnēji mēs parunāsim nedaudz angliski, bet jums par to palīdzēs saprast arī mūsu apakšā izvietotie titri. Bet katrā ziņā pēc tam arī būs latviskā sadaļa, kur mēs runāsim jau ar saimniecības agronomu un arī tehnisko direktoru. Hello, Kristian. Nice to see you. I hope you will tell us a lot more about your farm and also about your experience. So, first question from my side. Can you tell us about TAND UKRI, about your experience and why we are staying right now here on this field?
Yes, okay. So I came here in 2010 to take over management, and I thought myself, what would be the best operation to give the land back, to make it fruitable and to work efficient. One important thing in Latvia is we have a very short time. But you understand also that improving yields is just by winter crops. It's always difficult in the spring to have a good result. So after we understood which kind of soil we have here, we came on the point we should go a little bit another way. We should not be so plowing what we have learned at school, cultivating, spending a lot of intensive work with the land. So we thought maybe we can go in direct seeding or min-till seeding. So we invested in 10 years ago in a min-till seeder, which was strip tilling, and then afterwards we came to the fact that we can also try direct seeding. But these are machines which are not so well known in Latvia, and we have ourselves to make our experience and to understand how everything will react. Because when we are finishing with harvesting, there's a limited time to establish the new crop. And in this short time, is for sure everything comes under pressure. So TAND UKRI is managing today 5,000 hectares. And we split these areas in 4 parts. I wanted to make a healthy crop rotation. So what we do is we increase the area of oilseed rape, winter oilseed rape, because there was the main profit in. And after its deep rooting, it's easy leaving the land, which is easy and to cultivating or to seeding in. The following crop is winter wheat, so we do it. So 25% we are making winter oilseed rape, then we seed at 25% winter wheat. And then I was searching for the crop, which is the break crop. And some 6-7 years ago, I thought about it because I had experience with UK. They were growing field beans. And field beans is also, as you know, deep rooting, so we seeded field beans, but unfortunately it is just for the spring. Winter crops in the winter field beans are not running. They're killed about the winter time. Yeah. And so we seeded 25% then beans, field beans, and after the beans again wheat. Mm-hmm. So the crop rotation was quite healthy in our eyes. But during the time we got experience that coming back to this time after harvesting in August, September, November, December, the fields are standing naked. And we decided we should bring a cover crop in, or a catch crop. One side is that we are holding the nitrogen then on the top level, that we can use it still, and the other thing is that about aeration, that something is all the time green. So we are testing now also different kind, and we were not always successful. And something what we could see is 2 years ago we had as a cover crop grassland, and we got what you can see here is It was 2018 and 2020. We had here winter barley on it, so we have the problem that the grass came through. So we understood increasing the yield means also increasing the straw. Short time, rotting is a limit. We have just sometimes 14 days and seeding in. But this straw is, in generally, it's a problem if you're not plowing it up. You are leaving it on the field, so you're collecting it, especially with seeders which are based on the cultivator, which are not in the disc. So we thought about the straw harrow. We were using the straw harrow anyway. It was not so successful. And then on the last exhibition, we were thinking about it. We need to shop it, something we have to make very smooth and very fine. And then we came on the company, MÜTHING, and I learned about this. There's different kind of reason why we use it. It's not just, first of all, it's we want to levelize the field. We are leaving it. We are increasing that volunteers, what is falling out, is faster growing up. And to make a better soil life. That is what we see more targeting on it. Because all of this together, we would like also to increase our humus part in the soil. And if we are correct, we are testing this, then we can also decrease our fertilizer costs input about it. If we are pulling up our soil life. Because that I understood very well is, if you are plowing, you see then that you're killing all the soil life. It has to grow up again, and during this period to the next harvesting is all the time the cyclus killing, growing up again. And we try to push this up now, and this is the way what I see could be for us interesting. First of all is to save money and to work better cropping out.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned that at the end of your story, money.
Yes.
That's the main thing why we are working and why we are also doing the farming. But can you also mention some numbers? What are you reducing or what you are earning more to working with this type of technology?
Okay, this let's say it's such as what we want is the first is if you're changing something in technology, the costs are increasing. That we can totally see, because we are bringing new crops in, we are bringing cover crops in, and these are cost from 40 to 50 euros a hectare. But on long time period, if we're looking on this one, it gives us this back, and we have around fertilizer costs in the year around 1.2 million, and just if we could reduce it on 20%. It is a big step forward, what technology and also the cropping himself to reduce. Task will be sure is I don't want, we are right now also depending on the support subsidies, European subsidies. But I would like, this is right now, it is 1/3 of our profit. Mm-hmm. But I would like to go further with this one, to stabilize our yield, the market, produce high quality, but this is the advantage for us here, because I don't see that if we are going down with the quality, that we have a lot of concurrence then. So it is a difficult market, but I appreciate this, that we are on the market, and that is just the interest because of our high quality in the wheat what we are producing here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And right now we are talking about one machine, about
Yes.
Cutter or mulcher, MÜTHING.
Yes.
What can you tell about this type of machine, and what can you say? What is the reason why exactly this type of machine?
First of all, it's a chopper. And if we are chopping it, it is cleaning. It has also a vacuum inside. So it is, and the chopper is based on a roller behind. So the advantage what I see in the MÜTHING system or in the chopping system at all is, first is that I'm cleaning up the stubbles and leaving volunteers, pressing them on it, that we can see, like we can see here, they're coming faster up for us. And another advantage is, I was there before using straw harrow, but straw harrow is using the straw like it is after the combine. And you know yourself, by the combines we are not changing so often the shopping part, the knives.
Yeah.
So they're coming uneven, long, short, and we are cutting right now higher. This gives the advantage that we can drive faster with the combines. And on the other side is this chopper, the mulcher, himself is afterwards he has a knife and he has another second knife, and together he's cutting it one more time. This I see the advantage. From the cost side, it is equal. Okay, we are driving with this also partly till 20 kilometers per hour, and this is what I see as before straw harrow or this one. The same fuel consumption is equal for me. Manpower is the same.
Yeah. When we started our conversation, you said us that we have to stay exactly here.
Yes.
Why here? What is the difference? Why we are looking here, and what can you say about this place?
Our experience in 2018 was that we were looking for a cover crop which could fit to Latvian conditions. We have tried a lot also previous about what we see. The climate is really different, and what we started with was grass. We seeded here grass after harvesting our wheat, and then we left it and we wanted to kill it by Roundup before we are seeding beans. We had experience that even the temperature was not there, it was cold, we couldn't use it effective. And this is one sample about this here. In 2019 here was some beans on it, fighting against, partly we control it, but in for the 2020 year, this year harvest, we had here winter barley, and 50% the grass took over. So in the winter barley 5.5 tons, 50%, so it was for us a problem. You see that we on the left side 10 days ago we started to use this MÜTHING. He just arrived in Latvia, so we started to test him. The idea is, because when the combine is harvesting, the straw is standing on the top of the stubble. We have two versions with what we can manage. We can pull the straw over the roller or under it. So we were using it under it because we pressed back the straw down, and we use it now the weather that the green material comes up, which makes much more green area for us that the Roundup can or glyphosate can work. That is the big advantage what I see today about it.
And if you are putting the straw down, then you are also like keeping the more moisture content very close to the
staying on it. Yes, as a climate, that's true. Yes.
Yeah. What is the plan? What are you planning to do? Like the next one steps?
The next one step is that we have two kind of direct seeder. The one is like it's like a cultivator. He's collecting the straw. And if you have long straw, you have all the time, in Latvian we're saying chupa, right? So the small collecting parts. And then we have a disc seeder. And the disc seeder is such that he's pressing partly the straw in, and the dry seed, rapeseed seed, is then lying just on the straw, and it's not germinating, or later. So I have uneven fields. With this part here right now is that we have much shorter straw, and have the advantage that right now with the direct seeder can much better, with a better result, can go directly seed.
Fields will be more even and yields the same.
Well, I hope so. It stays. This is our first positive thinking, because if you don't know this, I said also to our agronomists that best is we are staying on the yield, not to reduce it. That would be fantastic.
And from where did you take this experience? From some colleagues from Germany or from some other European countries? Where is the practice? From where is coming this practice?
Reading, a lot of reading, in the news and thinking about yourself and you're catching up something. It's also on the exhibitions. You see the market has changed, politics has an influence in agriculture. The last 10 years agriculture was in a very bad critic. And I try to make an alternative, try to find new ways, because this is not taught at school. At school, plowing, cultivating, seeding. And today you can do it still, but you're following up something. But at the end, you look on your costs, and you're thinking yourself how you can reduce it. So for one part is the technical part. 15 years ago, we decided you need bigger area for the same tractor. You can reduce your cost on 1 hectare. That is what the first thinking. But then we found out you have also to touch fertilizer, chemicals, because if you want or not, it's increase. So and then you come out to this one. should you give chemical fertilizer? Can we not activate this what is already in? So you have to increase humus, you have to increase the soil life, bacteria, nematodes, all this what has an influence of this. And this way we're totally unknown with it, but it's a step where we are seeing where we should improve. And everything, Germany I have 2.5% humus, Latvia we have around 3%, and we are trying to go higher of this.
So the main reason or main advice also for farmers is you have to take everything what you can take from environment, from your field, from your...
Like the statement today, I'm open to this one. If people wants to come to see this, we are sharing our experience. It is not always positive, it can be also negative. And one part is what we do today is, I think we found a machine what we could use, and it's a part of this one, but at the end, we're working here as an open company and we are sharing our experience.
There was one more story before we are starting our conversation with your agronomist. There was one more story about your technology lines. I heard that you are also working with interesting technology and you are using the same technology lines each year, year by year.
Yes.
What is the main reason and what can you advise also in this case?
You mean controlled traffic farming?
Yep.
Good. For growing crops, for sure, soil compaction is a big issue. So, if we're trying, what we try is to stay all the time on the same traffic, not to compact somewhere else. Because years like today it is wet, and then heavy machines, bigger area is pushing more down. We have today the technical possibilities with subsoiler to lift it up, but if it is possible, then not to do it and not to drive on it. That means combine size. We bought combines with 9-meter header platform. Now we are searching for sure, as we want to go also on the 9-meter seeder and a sprayer that we're using all the time the same traffic.
And you are not using some kind of like a subsoiler on this track, you are just using this track like a track,
no,
that's it?
Doch, we are using it, we want to use it, but it's still not perfect and we're still searching for the right machine. Therefore it is, also in the production this has changed. If somebody, we are talking with companies which are flexible enough to help us to find the right machines here. It's unfortunately a little bit difficult in Latvia. You bring the machine over it, you're testing it, but less support. But now it is interesting also with MÜTHING, because we had an interest. They was also because they have this what they are asking from us, this what they see also for the future of agriculture. And I like that we are coming together and you're operating on the fields and somehow we are improving this step by step. It comes better. But right now on such it's difficult, because you're investing money. Unfortunately, machines comes more and more expensive. But our farm has a big size enough that we are saying we're taking a part out and trying it. It's interesting and because we learn also about this.
Okay, Kristian, first of all, it was really nice to hear from your experience and your advices about technology, what you found, I guess, only in this year, or you are practicing also. You started to practice this year. Let's hear few sentences from your agronomist.
Yes.
What can he say about his experience and what is his advice is also for our listeners?
Okay.
Yep. Good. Sveicināts arī tu, Andri.
Labdien.
Kristians jau izstāstīja daudz, bet es ticu, ka tu varētu vēl papildināt un izstāstīt iespējams vēl vairāk. Jo tu galu galā esi saimniecības agronoms. Un cik ilgus gadus jau tu esi agronoms?
7-8 gadi.
7-8 gadi. Mēs esam laukā, kur pirms tam bijuši iesēti mieži.
Jā.
Pēc ražas novākšanas tātad ir pārēdz pāri ar pļaumašīnu mulčeri no MÜTHING. Ko tu redzi pašreiz no agronomiskā viedokļa? Kas pašreiz te ir izdarīts un kas ir labs nākošajām augu gan sekām, gan arī nākošajiem augiem?
Labums bija izdarīts pirms 2 gadiem, kad pasējām ziemas kviešos zālāju, kā daļu no zaļināšanas programmas, jo alternatīva bija audzēt pupas bez pilnībā minerālmēsliem un auga aizsardzības līdzekļiem, kas mūs finansiāli neapmierināja. Mēs izvēlējāmies šo veidu zaļināšana. Un ir tagad jātiek kaut kā ar to visu galā, jo tā zāle izauga, mums viņai jānomulčē un jāsagatavo augs priekš nākamās kultūras.
Ja mēs paņemam pašreiz to masu, kas ir pēc konkrēti šīs pļaumašīnas, tad ko tu vari, teiksim, ņemt un raksturot par viņu? Kāds ir labums tai nākošajai kultūrai, ko tu ņemsi un jāliks iekšā?
Starpkultūra, ko mēs izaudzējām, mums ir problēma nākamajai kultūrā, jo viņa sasējās, sagatavināja sēklas un viņa man ir jālikvidē. To mēs darīsim Roundup, bet pēc ražas novākšanas viss tika nopļauts un ir vajadzīga pietiekama lapu virsma, lai viņu nomiglot. Bet to nevarēja darīt, jo viss, kas bija palicis, bija apklāts ar salmiem un tādēļ mums ļoti noder tagad tas mulčeris, ko mēs te izmantojam, lai sasmalcinātu salmus.
Veicinātu vēl vairāk zaļo masu.
Vienmērīgi izkliedētu un kas ļauj tai zālei izaugt cauri salmiem un dod iespēju viņu nomiglot.
Tas tas viens iegūms. Sasmalcinam, lai labāk sazaļ, kuru pēc tam var ņemt un cīnīties, lai būtu mazāks traucēklis nākošajai kultūrai, kuras sāks savu attīstību. Tātad jūs pašreiz plānojuši iesaist šeit rapsi, ja?
Jā, tas ir papildus risinājums, ko dod šī pļaujmašīna, mulčeris, ko mēs esam iegādājušies. Bet galvenais mērķis, kādēļ mēs viņu iegādājāmies, bija, lai palielinātu kombainu ražīgumu. Mēs kuļam augstākus rugājus, samazinām graudu mitrumu, palielinās graudu tīrība un kombainu caurplūde. Toties rodas atkal nākamā problēma, kā iesēt šādos garos rugājos raps, jo pēc manas pieredzes tā ir nopietna problēma. Viņš apdraud mazo dīkstošo rapsi bieži vien pat daudz vairāk nekā nezāles, kas sāk augt reizē ar to rapsi. Un arī vēlāk tie rugāji veicina rapša pāraugšanu rudenī, un tādēļ līdz šim es biju zemes kūšanas piekritējs, lai pēc iespējas labākā stāvoklī nodotu sējai šo lauku. Taču šī tehnoloģija dod iespēju to uzlabot mazliet, jo mēs esam ievērojuši arī aleopātijas efektu, kas rodas no kviešu salmiem uz rapši. It kā viņš uzdīkst, aug, bet dzeltē nav kaut kas labi, un mēs esam sapratuši, ka tas ir no salmiem aleopātija. Un šī salmu papildus sasmalcināšana, piespiešana augsnei veicina salmu ātrāku sadalīšanos un rada labākus priekšnosacījumus rapša sējuma izveidei. Un arī vēlāk ceram, kad uzlabosies lauga vienmērīgums, augu skaits vidējais uz kvadrātmetru.
Ko tu vari teikt par mikroelementiem šajā sakarā? Vai tas arī ir uzskatāms, ka sasmalcināti salmi ātrāk sadalās, vienmērīgāk arī pašreiz uz lauku raugoties, viņi ir ņemti un izklāti pa visu lauka virsmu? Kā ar mikroelementiem, kā ar arī šo mikrofloru?
Kur viņi bija, tur viņi paliks. Man nav tik svarīgi viņus ātri mineralizēt un visus radīt pieejamus rapsim. Rapsis barojas visu nākamo gadu un tie salmi ātrāk vai lēnāk sadaloties arī atdod tos barības elementus augsnei, augam.
Konkrēti šo tehnoloģiju, kad pēc ražas novākšanas ņemiet un smalciniet šos salmus, jūs arī izmantosiet visām pārējām kultūrām, arī tā skaitā ziemas kviešiem, ziemas miežiem?
Jā, mēs tagad izmēģināsim visādus variantus ar salmu ecēšanu, bez zemu kūšanu. Mēģināsim saprast, kā tiek provocēta sārņaugu ataugšana pēc ražas novākšanas, cik daudz labāk viņus ir pēc tam kontrolēt ar ķīmiskiem vai mehāniskiem paņēmieniem. Un tā ir arī par cik mēs audzējam zālājus sēklai. Mums ir diezgan lielas platības, kas ir jāsako pēc zālāju sēklu lauku nokūšanas. Viņi jānomulčē, lai mazinātu slimību izplatību un uzlabotu sacerošanu. Tas ir vēl tā kā papildus pielietojums, ko mēs plānojam.
Skaidrs, ieguvumi ir daudz. Tehnoloģija vēl pašreiz doto brīdī, jāsaka tā, šogad tiek testēta jūsu saimniecībā, bet viņa jau ir pārbaudīta daudz kur citur, kā arī Kristians pirms tam ņēma un teica. Pastīsimies pašreiz, kāda izskatās mašīna dzīvē, kā mašīna arī strādā dzīvē, un uzklausīsim arī jūsu tehniskā direktora viedokli par to, cik tad mašīna arī ir tehniski stabila un kā viņa spēj ņemt un strādāt pa lauku pie dažādiem apstākļiem.
Labi, lai notiek.
Nu, esam beidzot nonākuši līdz agregātam, par kuru pirms tam ir runājis gan Kristians, gan arī Andris. Un nedaudz vairāk paskatīsimies, pataustīsimies, kāds tad ir šis agregāts un kas tas gal galā ir. Un to mums ņems un pastāstīs TAND UKRI tehniskais direktors Ritvars.
Sveiki.
Un Ritvar, pie kā mēs stāvam? Kas tas tāds ir?
Nu, mēs stāvam pie MÜTHING 860 60. modeļa mulčera pļaumašīnas. Principā ražot Vācijā. Speciāls pasūtījums ar to, lai mēs varētu strādāt pļaumašīnu pilnībā valkot, nevis kabinot priekšā, jo tur dažādas priekšrocības ir tajā, kad traktors strādājot nevelk iekšā visas putekļus, ko sataisa priekšējā pļaumašīna, jo sausā laikā mulčējot salmas, nu, tur veidojās liels putekļu mākonis, gan salmi, gan augsnes kārti, kas lido pa gaisu.
Jūsu saimniecība ir viena no tām saimniecībām, kas arī veikusi pēc pasūtījuma MÜTHING rūpnīcā. Tāds jautājums, kāpēc tieši MÜTHINGs un kāpēc tieši izvēlēties šo agregātu?
Nu, mums ir tā, ka tehnoloģija ir tie kombainiem 9 metri, tāpēc mēs skatījāmies vistuvāko 9 metriem. Šī darba platums ir 8,60. Izvērtējams, pats mulčeris ir uzbūvēts tā nopietni, jo principā viņam ir reduktoru uz katru no sekcijām. Traktoru var likt priekšā. Nebūs tā, ka pieliks par jaudīgu un pļaumašīna vienkārši neizturēs vienā brīdī. Tur ir arī tā tehnoloģija, kad var pļaut, pieveļot salmu, var nomainīt pozīciju aizmugures pievelšanas rullim un nopļaut kaut kādu jau augstāku ataugumu un pārlaist viņu pāri, izkliedēt pa lauku. Tā, tās bija, visas tās, ko mēs tur izvērtējām, tieši izvēloties viņu un arī pats tas mulčēšanas princips, kad viņš ir ar veserīšu tipu un plus vēl nāk papildus pretgriezēja plāksni, kur tu vari regulēt, cik smalki tu sataisi to.
Un cik ir pats smalkākais, cik ar viņu ir iespējams ņemt un sasmalcināt?
Principā plāksne ir piebīdīta uz pašu tuvāko un tur ārā nāk 1,5 centimetrs. Un tad, protams, atkarīgs, cik dziļi mēs ejam augsnē.
Jā. Un kādi ir maksimālie, minimālie rūpnīcas ieteiktie darba ātrumi?
Nu, principā rūpnīca iesaka strādāt tik ātri, lai nepaliktu noguldīts, nenopļauts salmas. Bet mēs te pamēģinājām ar jaudīgāku traktoru pabraukt 20 km/h un sapratām to, kad arī to veserīšu dilums līdz ar to pieaug. Tā kā tas optimālais darba ātrums ir starp 13 un 15, atkarīgs no tā, kas ir uz lauka. Protams, tīrā salmā tas būs tie 15 km, un kur ir apakšā zālājs, tie būs kaut kādi 12-13 km.
Tu pieminēji traktoru jaudu, tad uz 9 metriem kādas jaudas traktors ir vajadzīgs pēc jūsu pieredzes?
Optimāls būtu 350 zirgi.
350 zirgi.
Mēs pamēģinājām ar dažādiem, arī ar 280 zirgu, un tur sapratām, darbu viņš dara, bet viņš dara lēnāk.
Nu, un sarunā ar Andri sapratām, ka mašīna jau ir nostrādājusi saimniecībā pirmos 300 hektārus. Kādi pirmie secinājumi?
Viss ir kārtībā. Mašīna ir uzticama. Principā reāli nomainījuši. Mēs neesam nevienu veserīti, kurš būtu nolūzis. Tas, ko mēs esam pamanījuši, mums bija pāris akmeņaināki lauki, kad tas dilums ir ievērojami redzams uz tiem veserīšiem. Tās rekomendācijas, ko ražotājs saka, ir akmeņainos laukos 500 hektāri ar komplektu, tīros salmos 1000 hektāri, tad tagad ir tie 300 hektāri un principā mēs pabeidzam laukus, kur ir zāle apakšā un mums ir jāmaina uz tīriem salmiem jauns komplekts.
Bet tā ir bilstošā detaļa, kas ir pilnīgi norma, ka tā ir jāņem un jāmaina. Jā.
Bet pārējais viss ir kārtībā.
Nu ko, tad droši vien, kad šķilsim dūmā traktoru un pastīsimies, kā agregāts dara savu darbu un kāds arī ir rezultāts.
Jā.